Ayun. Ayan, okay na. Thank you so much, Maria. Ayan, okay na,
Congrats
okay
sa
na.
bagong car. Ganda ng... Oh, Jillian, kailan ka pupunta
Thank
dito?
you, Jillian. Road trip tayo. Sige, sabihan mo ako kung kailan habang hindi pa ako nangingitlog. Let's go somewhere. And hindi ko ma-share yung bulgogi skinless longganisa mo dahil walang share button yung post, ate. Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. We're so sorry. We are late. Yes, we are late for 20 minutes, but thank you so much for waiting. Good morning, 3M. Morning, Maria. Good morning, Kyla and Gian McClung. Hi, Irish. From Riyadh. Hi, everyone. We missed you all. Sorry. Nagpapamiss daw kami, sabi ni Jillian. Totoo. Hi, Couple Kitchenette and Lifestyle. It's been a long while, huh? Hello po. Kamusta? Good to see you both po ulit. Watching from UAE.
Hi, Sarki. I'm Bashir.
Hi, Bashir. Bashir is from Saudi.
Yeah, he's my friend.
Yeah. Hi, Regine. Good morning. Was I able to answer your question? Sorry, ha?
Bashir.
Regine. Wala ka ng tanong, Regine. Nasagot ko na pala. All right. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Jem. Hi, sis. Yes, i-push mo na ang pagiging student mo. Tutulungan kita, promise. Just message me, watch the videos that we did, and then kayang-kaya yan. Si Jem is my friend in Isabela. She's my high school friend. Kamusta? Kamusta status ng application ng mga bata? Medical passed. Yun ba yun? Hinihintay ko pa rin. Sana ma-approve. Ayan. So I posted something on our Facebook page about OWP application because we're planning to do a video later today.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna make
busy?
Hindi na ako ganun ka-busy masyado.
Pero
today
busy
lang. Today lang ako hindi busy.
Maraming
pero
research paper.
Marami pa akong research na gagawin. But, so we're planning to do a
Lobat.
We're planning to do a new vlog about OWP application. So any questions that you have, anything that you need to know about OWP DIY application, just shoot us a message if you don't want to leave a comment, or just leave a comment to my Facebook post on the page. Good morning, international student. Hi, Alexa from Toronto. Toronto.
My OWP was able to get our OWP through the help ng vlog nyo about it.
You're welcome, Alexa. You are welcome. That's good. The one thing that na advantage ng mga
disclaimer.
Oh, yeah, pero before that, the one good thing about having your OWP with you when you come here to Canada as an international student is that you will be eligible to the Universal Healthcare System of Canada. So for Ontario, that's OHIP. Kasi they're the only ones eligible to apply since they're on the work permit. But for us students, we will just be using the school's
bagong haircut pala siya kahapon.
Oo, kasi mahanap na ako. So, ang ganda nun. Panoorin nyo sa mga nasa Ontario, panoorin nyo po yung vlog namin. It's really gonna be very helpful kasi pinagdaanan namin 4 na beses kami bumalik.
Wala pa kami sasakyan.
Wala pa kami sasakyan.
Uber kami,
kaya
gumastos ng malaki.
Helpful talaga din. Thank you so much, Alexa, for watching that video. So before anything else, before we proceed, we would just want to make our usual disclaimer that everything that we will be saying on this video, on this video will be they are purely based with our experience, our personal knowledge. So about the student permit application here in Canada, but I would strongly suggest that everything that we say, or if you want to know more details about the student application or the international student application, always go to CIC website. So,
Jillian, hindi na ako nagsuot ang Boston. Iba na yung cup ko.
So, yes, that's our disclaimer. Lahat po ng gagawin at sasabihin namin dito sa video na to is purely based sa personal experience namin at sa pagkakaalam namin. And everything that we have done in the past may or may not be applicable to you. So, nasa sa inyo po yun to filter it. Now, let's go ahead.
Ernesto Jr. Libot. Hi po, magtatanong lang kung pwede maging delivery boys, skip the dishes or DoorDash ang student? If yes, kailangan din ba 20 hours per week yung susundin? Thank you.
Yes.
Pwede pag term break.
For international students, yes, you can also do delivery, but we are still bounded by the 20-hour per week pa rin. So, ang kaganda nun, wala kang boss, you hawak mo yung sarili mong oras, pero you have to be very
Ga-apply na ako sa Uber ngayon.
Kailangan mo ano yung oras mo kasi we don't want to go beyond that. Ano ba kasi mga repercussions if you go beyond the 20 hours na limitation sa study permit mo? You might not get your postgraduate work permit, which is very important for a PR, right? So I wouldn't suggest for people going beyond the 20 hours limit. Na-launch na po ba ang PR application si Pop Sarky since meron na siyang permanent job? Depende kasi yon, sabi 3M. So, ang pag-apply ng PR is not purely based on a person having a permanent job. So, it depends on the eligibility for OINP, for PNP, which is provincial nomination. So we did not apply as of yet because he's still on a temporary layoff. It's under Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy, so it's CEWS. Regardless if he's on a temporary layoff, he's still getting paid. So that's the good thing about the
Full
Canadian,
salary.
yeah. So that's the good thing about the Canadian government. He's still getting paid because he's part of the CEWS. So
Saka part ako ng management.
Oo.
Ako yung pinakamababa sa management. Kaya,
Yes. So,
yung hourly hindi.
mm-mm.
Salary kasi ako.
he
Kaya,
cannot apply and use that position for any of the permanent residency eligibility since he's still on a temporary layoff as of now. So we're still waiting.
3M Manod.
At saka meron pa kaming 4 years dito sa Canada. Kagandahan ng 2-year program is we still have like 2 year for me to study and then another 3 years for postgraduate work permit. That's more than enough time for us to work on our permanent residency application. Kaya lagi sinasabi, go for 2 years.
Yeah, that's good. Couple kitchenette and lifestyle. Yan po ang na-miss ko, the way mag-English si ate.
Ay!
Really love it.
Thank you.
Ayaw mong mag-English.
Ayaw mo mag-English, sorry, i-challenge natin siya. No Tagalog today, Daddy.
Next time.
No Tagalog challenge.
Dapat ang kausap ko lagi dito yung asawa ni Jillian, si Anthology.
Ano pa, when ang dating ng mga kids, I'm not sure. It's still, the application still in process.
Probably April.
Probably English yun. So I lodged.
Probably on April, Jillian. We're not sure yet, but
si Sarky ba ang international sabay kayo? No, I'm the international student. Sarky is my dependent. He's on the open work permit. Pero sabay kaming na-aprobahan kasi sabay kong nilodge yung application namin. Sabay din yung passport request namin during that time. And don't worry guys, right now, we've been getting a lot of approvals. Ang bilis nga eh, merong 1 month lang after lodging. So long as complete documents, they already have their biometrics, they already have their upfront medical. Ang bilis ng review. So na may mga na-aprobahan family application. So kapag okay na kayo, pulido na yung application nyo, malakas yung home times ninyo at saka yung POF nyo, go lodge.
Ay, kikita yung ring light dun sa likod. Icing.
Okay lang. Have you heard SDS program? Yes, Cindy. That was initially my plan to apply through student direct stream. So SDS, it's true, 1 year and 10 CAD tuition. It's for GIC. I mean for SDS or student direct stream. You are required to have 1 year paid tuition. 2, you have to have your GIC, which is 10,000 Canadian dollars. And number 3, you have to have IELTS. So kailangan mo yung tatlong yan for SDS. Sabi nila, this is an ongoing parang hindi naman debate. Parang sabi kasi nila, according to CIC, SDS is mas mabilis yung review, mas mabilis yung time frame niya compared to regular stream. But so far with the pattern of what we've been getting, what we've been reading is that parang mas maraming naaprubahan at mas mabilis pa yung review from the regular stream compared to those under SDS. So that depends on you. Some people will say mas higher yung chances of approval pag SDS, mas mabilis yung review. But so far, I'm seeing people under regular stream getting approval, getting the same time frame for the review under SDS. So, ang downside lang ng SDS is nakatali yung pera mo for 1 year. And you have to actually maglabas talaga ng maraming pera. But with regards to POF, it's not just going to be 10,000 Canadian dollars not required for GIC, because I wouldn't advise for you guys to do that.
The more, the better.
Yes. So aside from GIC, nyo, pakita pa rin kayo ng funds nyo. Enough to cover the 2-year program. Yon. Hi, Connie. Long time no see. Kamusta? Okay lang. Kamusta na application mo? Message mo ako, balitaan mo ako. Nag-lunch ka na ba? Ayun.
Ay, mga pupunta dito.
Health.
Pasalo.
No English. I know Tagalog.
You can give me gift.
No Tagalog.
No Tagalog. Okay.
Maxwell. I agree with Couple Kitchen. It's super relaxing. Pakinggan ni Miss Aileen. I can sit all day. Aga naman. Ay, so early, Bola. So early. That's so early, yeah. So, just an ordinary girl. Tips po, paano maging honor student, lalo na pag may part-time job.
Honor student?
Gosh, for us Filipinos, I'm gonna be honest about this. Sa pinagdaanan natin sa Pilipinas, it's harder to study in the Philippines compared to here in Canada. Guys,
ako lang nahirapan, tignan, kakaaral ko, nasunog yung kilay ko.
So, walang magiging issue sa ating mga Pilipino mag-aral dito. Trust me. It's easy. It's easier compared to what we have in the Philippines. Also, you just have to allot some time with the research kasi yun yung medyo matrabaho. Pero hindi kailangan ng sobrang tinding effort. Honestly, hindi naman talaga hindi patalinuhan dito, padiskartehan dito. So, I'm pretty sure. And also people, they know that Filipinos are talented here in parang alam nila na yung mga Pilipino dito matatalino. And hindi naman pressure yun, hindi rin challenge yun. Kaya lang siguro kasi sa parang yung background natin ng education kung paano sa Pilipinas. And here, you don't have any more minor subjects. Diba? So you can focus more on what you really need to study. You don't have PE, you don't have you don't have what else? NSTP, gano'n.
Ay, wala na pang CAT. ROTC.
Oo. So, na-late daw si Angelica. Han ka nga na-late, kabsat. We are late.
Ay, Angelica.
You are not late. We are late. Jonathan, Raven. Pag hindi po ba aabot ng 10K kada deposit, madedecline ka po ba sa visa application? If it's under SDS, it's required for you to have a 10,000 Canadian deposit on your bank here in Canada. So it could be under Scotia or CIBC. But if you are under regular stream, the 10,000 Canadian dollar, nakalimutan mo din. Ang tagal na natin din-vlog, no? So, ang required sa akin is 10, sa'yo 4. Right? No? So, for yung 10,000 kasi that's a minimum requirement. I mean, a minimum required POF for you to apply for your study permit application here in Canada. The thing is, parang ganito ha, kunwari ako, 25 years old, or sabihin natin 29 years old, and I will be applying for a study permit here in Canada. And then I have, sabihin natin, sponsors. I have 2 sponsors. I have a sister here. I have an uncle in America. Tapos, ang mangyayari,
pero talaga siyang sister dito, tapos uncle sa America.
The bulk of my POF would be coming from them. It's a big no. I'm not going to be advising for you guys to do that. Kasi as a 29-year-old, ibig sabihin nun, you have plenty of time already na nagtrabaho na kayo and you should have your own savings. You should be able to send yourself to school here in Canada. Kasi kapag magkagaling lahat sa sponsor ninyo yung pera, then, maka-question na kayo sa financial capability ninyo. So, hindi dapat manggagaling lahat sa sponsor ninyo yung funds or mas marami yung sa sponsor ninyo. Make sure that bulk of the funds would be coming from you. So, kung sasabihin mo na, kunwari, less than 10,000 Canadian dollars yung magiging pera mo, nagpapakita mong proof of funds, for me, that's a big no-no. So, try to work it out with your sponsors. I know you can find some way to be able to increase that proof of funds na hindi masyadong manggagaling lahat sa sponsors. There are a lot of ways to do that.
That is so true.
Yes. Oh, sabi ni Alexa. Oh, sorry. I meant taga-aral din sa aking I remember post sa Centennial College. Gusto din kasing mag-aral ni OWP ko. But alam ko, hindi pwede. Alexa, this is actually a very controversial topic right now. One that I wouldn't advise for you guys to do since, although I have already verified this through CIC. So I was able to talk to someone from CIC. I requested for an email for the record of our communication as well with regards to my question about this. I also asked a registered consultant, IRCC talaga, na about this issue of OWP studying here in Canada.
Di ba mahaba yung course ko?
Oo. The thing is, ang lahat ng sagot nila sa akin is that an OWP can study so long as the study program is not going to be more than 6 months, where in CSRK is just less than 3 months. So there should be no problem.
Mabilis pa nga eh. Sa next month, tapos na kami.
So, short course lang yung
every Thursday.
It's just increasing his skills, learning new skills, para mapunta siya dun sa skill job position. Kasi mas mataas ang sahod ng mga skill job.
Bisor-bisoran.
Compared sa food service supervisor, mas matataas ang trabaho dito ng mga nasa industry ng some skill
yung trabaho.
Yung mga sa construction, mataas yun.
Hindi ka magtatrabaho.
Sa mga mechanics, sa kanya, matataas yung mga sahod.
Ang tinatarget ko kasi na work sa aircraft.
Sa aircraft.
Aerospace
and
industry.
And it's just a very short course. Kaya,
Rivet, yun lang.
Kaya we thought that it's gonna be pretty safe.
Mas mataas talaga yung sahod.
Yeah.
So mataas ng mga siguro mga $6-7 per hour sa work ko ngayon. Di ba? Sayang.
Yeah. Okay, si Kuni ba? Hi, Kuni. So, waiting na lang ako na ka-file na ako last week for visa application ko. Tigil-tigilan mo yung check sa GCQ mo kasi gawain ko yun. Hintay ka ng email para ma-suspense. God bless, Kuni. Sana ma-aprobahan yan.
Sana madalhan mo ako ng Marlboro at saka Fundador Light. Double Light.
Nestor Quezada. Nag-try po ako sa website pero laging not eligible. May ECA and IELTS na ako. Nestor, anong 839 mo? For can you make this more clear for me so that I'd be able to get the grasp the situation?
Zarina de Guzman, ano po ibang visas aside as a student?
We have the work visa, diba? So we have a student visa, the work visa. We also have immigrants, pero for PR sila. So we also have tourist visa. So that's about it.
Connie Kunanan, thank you so much for sharing me your SOP. It's a big help.
Big help.
Big help talaga for me.
Oo nga. Tapos marami pa rin nagre-request ng SOP ko kasi hindi ko na sinishare kasi feeling ko gasgas na yung SOP ko, guys. Feeling ko kapag ginamit nyo pa yon, makikita na ni VO yung pattern ninyo. Lagi kong ina-advise sa SOP, huwag masyadong lagyan nyo talaga lagi ng di ba lahat tayo may dahilan kung bakit natin gustong mag-aral dito sa Canada, bakit natin gustong pumunta dito sa Canada, di ba? Lagyan nyo talaga ng dramatic effect. Totoo lang yung sinasabi, drama. Akala nyo joke yun, no? That's really, kasi si VO, ganito yan ha. Everyday nagbabasa sila ng how many SOPs. So, alam mo yon, nakukuha na nila alam na nilang gusto mag-aral dito. But why? Diba? Why would you want to study here? Ano yung rason mo personally? Why would you want to come here to Canada and study? So, lagyan mo talaga ng personal reason. Kasi kung mababasa nila napaka-generic na coming from some some other people SOP, then that will be a problem kasi araw-araw nilang nababasa yung mga yan.
3M manood, kumusta po ang hiring ngayon dyan? Mahirap pa rin.
Mahirap pa rin. Ang mga hiring pala ngayon, tulad pa rin ng dati, grocery, tapos mga warehouse, tapos mga delivery.
Saka take out ngayon lahat.
Oo, walang dine-in. So, yung mga offices, closed din sila ngayon. So,
mga swerte lang ako, may mga kakilala na ako na nakakapasok sa work. Yeah. Cindy Alcazar.
Mako-consider po ba ang proof of sponsorship like I have a cousin who will sponsor my accommodation and food? Yes! Consider yan kasi less gastos yung accommodation and food. But make sure that you specify that. You have to submit an affidavit of sponsorship or a letter of sponsorship. Di ba na-discuss ko na to before? So for an affidavit sponsorship and for the letter of sponsorship, they need to specify what they are sponsoring. So for your case, please mention that there will be responsible for your accommodation and for your food. What else? So you also have to have supporting documents since accommodation siya. Yung property nila, is it rented? Is it under mortgage? You have to submit that. Their financial capability as well. You have to submit a bank statement. Their P4, is it P4 yung tax nila?
P4.
Jonathan Raven Bendoy, dala ako gift po pagdating ko dyan sa Canada kasi po you inspired me and you're helping me for new updates and shared experiences. Thank you, Jonathan. Kahit super nagpapamiss nga daw kami nakakapag-live lately. 2 weeks ba tayo hindi nag-live?
3 weeks. Ay, hindi. 1 week. Yung vlog natin, 3 weeks. Iba-vlog namin yung sasakyan naming bago.
Hindi, yung OWP.
Ay, oo, mamaya pa.
Kaya
mo na yung sasakyan. Makakuha rin kayo dito, no?
Sino pa? Thank you daw sa pasalubong in advance. Ako masaya na ako sa dried pusit. Yung matamis, yung sweet pusit. Ease Hanson? Easy. Good morning.
Easy.
Zarina, pag 21 fresh graduate po, pwede. Pwede daw bang talong sponsor? Cousin and uncle sa tapos my stepdad din siya sa London. Yes, because you're a fresh graduate, they're not expecting you to have big funds on your account. So yes, you can have several sponsors. Make sure to back it up with documents na nagpo-prove that they have the capability to sponsor you. So that's pretty much the only reason why people should have a sponsor. Pero kami naman may sponsor, okay lang. Kaya lang kasi sa amin, we have more than enough funds. Pero we still kumuha pa rin ako ng sponsor just to be sure. Pero for some people who are already on career age, dapat may laman yung account nyo. So for you, Zarina, you're good with having 2 sponsors.
Dami.
Pero kunwari, mag-ano ka lang na kahit konting laman lang din ng account mo, na parang savings mo while you're parang gano'n. Or binigay na savings mo ng parents mo, parang gano'n.
Nestor Quezada, AIPP po, nag-train na po kayo. Or may kakilala?
AIPP, no, wala pa kaming kakilala nag-try ng AIPP na store. Hindi, maganda yon kasi magandang pathway din yun ng pagpunta dito sa Canada, yung Atlantic Immigration Program. And good news, they have plans of extending that kasi next year na talaga mag-expire yung AIPP because it's a pilot program. But they're planning to make it parang i-continue yung AIPP. So that's a good news. Kasi marami talagang Pilipinong nakukuha sa AIPP. Hindi lang Pilipino, iba't ibang lahi. It's because it's Atlantic, right? Atlantic province. So yung population nila compared to what they need for labor, hindi equal. So they really need to get a lot of immigrants. Especially with the news today na dahil nga sa nangyaring COVID, then yun nga, medyo bumaba yung number of immigrants na nakapasok kay Canada. So let's take advantage of the situation, right?
Jonathan Raven Bendoy, ask ko lang po bang ma-recommend na po ang site to look for a room apartment na near po sa Centennial College?
You know what, Jonathan? We just really recently found out that we have a churchmate who is also an agent who can help you.
Yung ano muna, yung
site.
Yung kila madam. Kung gusto mo, isang room is $750.
Good for one person.
Single. Pag couple, $900. Yung tinitirahan namin, yung
sa Scarborough siya. Sa Scarborough siya. May bahay sila sa Scarborough. So if you want to rent, if you want to rent the room, we can connect
Filipino lahat. So, wala kang problema.
Pilipino yung mga nakatira doon, isang international student. Tapos
Kung gusto mo, mag-PM ka sa amin. Walang problema.
Or, if you want
Tulungan ka
more
namin.
choices then,
Ayan.
we just recently found out na may churchmate kami na Filipino, na agent pala siya, and he's, sa real estate siya, and siya rin yung naghahanap ng mga parang pwedeng rentahan na mga apartment, basement apartment, room for rent. You can ask him for help. I can connect you to him. You don't have to worry. You're not gonna pay extra. We're not gonna get anything from him as well. He's a Christian, so he's honest about it. You're not gonna pay him anything. It's actually those people who are looking for tenants who will pay him. So it's a win-win situation for you. If you need help,
kaming cut. Okay, mag-alala.
I could connect you to him. His name is Nathan. He's a Christian. He's also Filipino. Sometimes kasi it's really more, I'm comfortable talking to fellow Filipinos when it comes to finding me a new place. So he can help you. Now, if you want to find your own, you can go to kijiji.ca or go to the Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. So that's how you can.
Mahal, ganun din ang rate.
Pareho din. Maria Jamazak Silanga. Next year po kaya face-to-face po ba ang school? For January, as far as we know, it's still going to be online. For May, that's going to be fall intake.
Sana online pa rin.
Spring, I mean.
Kasi yung, di ba,
no, most probably, it depends on the situation, guys. I think they're waiting for vaccine. Kasi for right now, we are now again on parang kami, before nag-open na yung mga establishments dito sa Canada, and then sa Ontario most especially, and then all of a sudden nagsara ulit. So that means it's still a wait and see situation.
Saka
I'm not
ngayong
sure.
Winter, medyo mas daw alanganin kasi malamig.
So for now, si January pa lang yung sure natin na online. I'm not sure for spring intake on May.
Angel Man Talaba.
Blooming it's the light. Salamat ring light. Maraming salamat ring light. Bitin kayo. Pag nagsa-selfie kayo, mag-ring light kayo.
Jonathan Raven. Hintay nga ako sa vlog niyo. New car. Sa kanya, bro. Mag-vlog namin nga.
Yung Uber. Nag-apply siya for Uber and Lyft.
At saka yung i-vlog namin sa sakyan.
Jemo Baskaw Kaburao. Paano ninyo po na-recognize mga Pinoy dyan? Siyempre naman, yung itsura pa lang, alam na natin Pinoy.
Pero napagkamalan akong dito.
Koreano.
Hindi, Vietnamese. Kinakausap ako sa first day ko sa work. Yes, sabi ko na.
Siyempre, yung features natin, Filipinos, we know. And also, I'm not sure. Maybe sa network, when you go to work, you meet Filipinos. When you go to church, of course, it's going to be Filipinos. School, who are Filipinos and not Filipinos. Obviously, that's going to be so easy. What else? For SDS, si Connie. Connie, you think hindi kaya maging conflict kasi ako na lang munang nag-lodge ng visa. Pag na-approve na lang, saka ko na-lodge yung visa ng husband ko kasi ginamit ko munang proof of ties family ko sa SOP ko. Connie, that's actually a good strategy. Kasi,
galing naman ni Connie.
Naman, syempre naman. Magaling yan si
Coach.
That's actually a good strategy. And you don't have to worry about the VO saying na na-aprobahan to, tapos biglang ilalodge yung husband niya. So, the VO knows about that. Alam nila na ganun talaga yung nangyayari. So, you don't have to worry. That's okay. Nestor Quezada. For SDS, nag-register na ako for Holland College. If hindi mag-work out, PNP, AIPP na lang. Hey, God bless po. The thing about PNP and AIPP, you don't have to spend so much in order for you to get here in Canada. The disadvantage is that it will take a while. So 1 to 2 years. If you can find an employer, you have to find a designated employer for AIPP. So you really have to make your research about that. The easiest and fastest way for you to get here is through study permit, but it's very expensive. So, but then again, yung mga international students dito na nandito na sa Canada at mga papunta pa lang, makakalaban nyo rin kami sa competition when it comes to permanent residency. Tulad ng AIPP, PNP, OINP, ibang mga pathways, CEC, gano'n. So lahat yon yung pool na yon, including those people applying outside of Canada and inside Canada. So yun. So isa kami sa magiging competition nyo. And we have the advantage because we're already here. We have a Canadian education. We have Canadian experience. So that levels up the field of the international students applying for the same pathway as you guys. But I'm not promoting international student application. I'm just saying na ganun yung magiging case. Kasi yung pool is panggagaling sa lahat ng mga non-permanent residents. So kasama pa rin kami dun since temporary residents kasi kami dito. Angel Mantalaba. Tanong ko po, if hawak ni hubby temporary foreign worker, makukuha ba ako agad kahit hindi pa siya PR? Angel, kasi usually for temporary temporary foreign worker, I don't think so. If they can get you as an open work permit, as a dependent under OWP, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think so. You really need to wait for his permanent residency in order for him to be able to get you guys. As a temporary worker, he won't be able to file for a sponsorship for you. PM na lang ako sa inyo, sabi ni Jonathan. About what? Ayaw na nang dito. 3M. Ask ko lang, okay lang bang ilagay sa residences Philippines kahit na nasa Saudi kami? Maraming gumawa niyan before and it wasn't questioned. But there was a situation wherein may gumawa niyan and na-question siya ng VO. And kasi nasa ibang bansa siya, wala siya sa Pilipinas, and nilagay niya Philippines. So that's the first time that we heard about it. And it's really not something that I would advise right now. Before, yes, kasi karamihan ng mga friends ko na nanggaling sa ibang bansa, mga OFW, nilalagay talaga nila yung current residence nila is still Philippines. But right now, you should be very, very careful about that because you might be cited for misrepresentation, which can be grounds for your refusal. So I strongly suggest that you put Philippines dun sa sa number 7 ba yun? Sa IMM form. Number 7 is still Philippines kasi you're still a Filipino citizen. And then yung current residence mo, you have to declare that you're not in the Philippines, wherever you're from right now, just to be sure that you're not going to be cited for misrepresentation. Kasi may case na nangyaring ganon. Yun yung refusal point niya. And Ara's here. You say hi, Ara. Hi. Ayan. Nag-agency po ba kayo, sabi ni Zarina? Initially, we asked for an assistance from a consultant. But we ended up doing DIY, not because of any shortcomings from his side. He's actually been very helpful. But there are information that, alam mo yun, available kasi information na nababasa ko. I'm reading CIC, I'm reading I'm watching blogs, I'm reading posts from Facebook pages and groups. So at the end of the day, we figured out na I can do it naman pala DIY. Diba? Sayang naman kasi yung bayad sa agency or sa consultants, wherein it's still gonna be the same effort lang talaga. Wala lang professional advice. It's gonna be your judgment. And sometimes, alam mo yun, if you have the time to do the research and you have the time to prepare your application, and there are a lot of people very helpful enough sa Facebook groups who can help you with your DIY. And I would strongly suggest for you to do DIY. Nestor, kaya nga, kahit nag-apply from Philippines sa atin, mas priority din daw nila yung nasa Canada. Yes, there is a news just, I think that was 2 days ago, or it wasn't yesterday, it was, 2 days ago. So the Prime Minister announced that they're looking at people here in Canada who are under temporary residency. They are the temporary workers, international students, mga refugees. So they're looking at those number of people na nandito na sa Canada to make an easier way for them to become permanent residents, as well as easier way for us to get our citizenship here in Canada, which is a good news for us because we've invested a lot of time, money, effort to come here to Canada, and we are already contributing naman kahit papano kasi we're working, right? So that's good news. So ano pang nyo? Come here, be an international student, be an international worker, take advantage, right? Jonathan, ilan po ba ang gusto mong kahon ng Marlboro? Sir, isang kahon lang ang pwede, isang rim ka lang. Hindi, huwag kang susobra doon. Diyos ko,
200.
ma-hold ka sa board. Huwag mong gagawin yon. Isa lang ang pwede. Hindi po ba ako hihingan dyan ng permit ng customs if I bring 5 rims for you?
200
You cannot. Just 1 rim. That's the maximum that you can bring. Lori C. Hi, the school waived the English language proficiency requirement since I finished MBA in the US. Do I still need to get IELTS for the study permit application? No. So, this school, if your IELTS, winive siya ni school, kailangan mo lang naman kasi sa LOA eh. So, for the student permit application, you don't need to provide any document with regards to your English language assessment test. It's not a requirement. You're just going to be using that for your PR application later on. So validity kasi ni IELTS is just 2 years, and you need to get a general IELTS for PR. Okay, what else?
Ilang hours po ang biyahe dyan? Papunta dyan?
Galing saan?
Philippines siguro.
16 hours direct flight. Kasi kami 16 hours kami direct flight ng PAL. Hindi na kami nag-layover kasi 15 to 16. Oo. John Paul Soriano. Hello, 20. Here in the Philippines. Itatanong ko lang sana kung paano po nag-edit ng mga videos nyo. At kung... Oh, yeah, guys, I'm sorry. Nawala sa isip ko. DST na nga pala kami. So, it's already like almost 11 p.m. sa inyo, guys. Sorry, next time kami yung mag-a-adjust. Nawala sa isip ko.
Kasi late tayo ng
1 hour. Hindi, 13 hours na.
13 hours na.
Ano daw yung video na ginagamit mo pang edit, Daddy?
Filmora 9.
Filmora. Nag-download siya nung app, tapos nag-register siya. Lifetime registration. Magkano binayaran mo, Daddy?
Real yung binayad ko dati. Real
Hindi,
ba?
US. Chinarge mo sa credit card ko yun.
Basta mura lang. 99 ata. $99. Lifetime na yun.
Oo, true. Let's go! Aimee. Hello po, bank statement and bank cert. Kailangan po bang personal kumuha na si Red po kasi kami and plan na mag-apply ng visa on March. Bank statement, you can get that on your online app. Sa mobile app mo. So makikita mo naman yun doon. You can just print it out for your statement. So that's not a problem. For the bank certificate, that's where a problem would come in because some banks wouldn't give you your bank certificate because you need to be there in person to get that because you have to sign some documents. Now, some other banks would be able to accommodate you with your bank certificate request, but you have to give them a special power of attorney, I think, or communicate with your bank on how to go about getting a bank certificate. But if that's not going to happen, then just go for a bank statement. Kasi i-explain mo na lang that you cannot get a bank certificate since you're not in the Philippines. Any other questions?
Ay, wala na. Magbabalag na kami.
For the first time, I ran out of questions from you guys. Pero mo yun? We have 55 people here. 57, 55. And no questions? Come on. Hi sis, nga pala, pwede pala mag-DIY. Late ko nalaman may mga vlogs pala on how to apply. Nakabayad na ako sa agency. By the way, sa Missy Campus lang ba yung 3 days a week na classes ng Lambton College? Hi,
Share real AC.
Kasama ka sa GC ko for Lambton, right? I know. So, nagbigay ka na ba sa akin ng documents mo? Hindi, sa lahat ng campus. It's both for all 3 campuses, Mississauga, Sarnia, and Toronto. So all of those campuses for Lambton College, we only have 3 days a week and half a day schedule.
Lambton na kayo.
Buhay, diba?
Ganda.
Siya. So siya, I remember. I know you. Kasi GC ko siya. Tama ko ba? Oo. Sure ako na.
Oo nga daw, mauna siya. Kasama ako.
Oo, kasama ka sa GC ko. Yeah, kasi I have a personal group chat for those people na I'm assisting with their LOAs kay Lambton. Kasi I could parang personally, and they could personally reach out to me on the GC. Not playing favoritism, it's just because I'm the one who's doing their LOA kay Lambton. So I need to really constantly communicate with them when it comes to that.
Magandang para dumaming estudyante, mga Pinoy sa Lambton.
Oo, so
mga 5% lang ata ang Pinoy.
Yeah, so before, I mean,
naman.
Think about it. When you go to the Lambton website, you would be required to pay $150 for the registration for your LOA. But if there are people who can help you with not paying that, take advantage of it. Kasi ganun yung ginawa ko noon nung nag-apply pa lang ako.
150 magkano yun? Nasa 5,000?
You can buy your winter coat na doon. Pwede nyo nang pag-shopping yun, diba?
Pambili nyo muna ng alak at saka Marlboro. Babayaran ko dito.
Wave IELTS. Wave IELTS pa. So si Lambton. But I have people, I can reach out to people pala din who can process an LOA with Wave processing fee. You don't have to pay anything. And Wave IELTS as well. Nagluto ako. So kay Centennial, kay Fanchway, kay Loyalist, yon. May mga natulungan na rin ako kay Fanchway. So kay Centennial may mga ongoing ako. Kay Loyalist wala pa.
Regine Reyes.
Hi, Regine.
Kaya next.
Na-engage siya si Regine. Nakita ko kasi Facebook friend ko siya. Nakita ko proposal ng congratulations. Papakasal na yan. Next update
dito ka na magbuntis. Huwag dyan, para kanina.
May idea po kayo. Hinantay ko po. Regine, did I not post it? Feeling ko na-post ko na siya. Na-post ko ba siya dun sa group ng Lambton? Or hindi ako, si Ate Darling. Next na labas ng list, kasama si Lambton, in-announce na yan. You don't have to worry. Next week. So 2 weeks. Kailan ba siya na-announce? Last week? This week. This week nag-announce week. Dito yan eh. Kasi nag-email sa akin yung contact namin kay Lambton about Lambton being included na sa DLI Readiness. So, this was November 4, and now it's November 7. So, November 3rd, I think, na-announce. So, after 2 weeks, you would see another list. That they will publish another list of DLIs na may COVID readiness plan. And the reason why they're doing that, guys, just for information, for those people na hindi pa aware, so nilalabas yung list na yon ng mga schools na DLI na may COVID readiness plan kasi sila yung mga pwede nang pumasok sa Canada. So, hindi nyo na problema ang mga international students na papunta pa lang dito kung paano kayo makakapasok because of the travel restriction, right? Right now, anyone na yung school nila kasama sa list na yon can come here in Canada. Good news. Okay.
Sino na-heart to you?
Si Lorcy. What is a good reason to state in the SOP for the family to accompany the graduate student? What could be the good reason? So, the good reason is that you'd want to be together in your journey as an international student.
Parang pang Miss Universe
that
naman yung tanong mo.
They're gonna be your source of inspiration, and that they will be here to help you with your studies, and mas magiging okay yung situation if they are with you, your family is with you while you're studying here. But also with OWP, you can say na he will be able to help you out with your financial, with the financial aspect of studying here. Pero still hindi pagka sinabi mo yon, kailangan yung pinakita mong POF mo enough to cover yung buong family na isasama mo. And I'm not just talking about 1 year dapat more than enough.
Si Raven.
More than enough. Kasi pag family application, guys, if you're gonna be bringing the whole family, mas mataas ang POF nyo. And it's not just gonna be the 10,000 Canadian dollars for the SP, 4,000 for the OWP, 3,000 for the other dependents, and so on. That's not gonna be enough. It should be more than that. That's the basic requirement. But if you're gonna ask me, I would say go for the 2-year plan. I-break down nyo siya. O, ito yung first year tuition, second year tuition, ito yung first year required for POF, second year requirement for POF. I have all of that to cover my entire family and myself. That's how strong your POF can be if you're going to present it this way. So your expenses versus your available funds. What else? Palakasin mo yung home ties mo. Kasi isasama mo na yung buong family mo eh. Ano yung mga pwede mong maging home ties? Properties. Laging na may document dapat yan. Investments. Insurance. What else? Yung mga yan, palakasin mo yung mga trabaho na babalikan mo sa Pilipinas. So yung mga reason na yan, you have to make sure that since you're going to be bringing your whole family with you, you have your POF and your home ties na talagang very strong. Tama? What else?
True.
Sino na tayo? How are you?
Kumusta na po pagbubuntis niyo? I hope the whole family is safe.
I am.
Mangingitlog na next
I'm
month.
getting bigger. My nose is bigger. My eyes is puffy. Charot. And my tummy is very, very big. So, malapit na ako mangitlog next month. I'm also already applying for my employee insurance benefit, maternity and parental. It's all the same time application na siya. We are gonna be vlogging about that because I think a lot of people would want to know how an international student can be covered with employee insurance as well as with other medical insurances here in Canada, because that's something that, accidents can happen, COVID can happen, and it happened to us. So we want to make sure that you are also well informed on what you can do before getting pregnant here in Canada, if it's something that you guys are planning to do when you come here.
Wag na kayo magbawa ng pilsa. Sa vlog namin dati kung napanood niyo.
Oh, yeah. Waiting pa pala si siya ng certificate of employment niya. Yeah. Once we have all your documents, I could submit that so that we can get your LOA as fast.
Noli Clemente. Uy, magkamag-anak ba tayo? Clemente ako.
Clemente siya. Noli Clemente! Good day.
Taga-Bulacan ka ba?
Makaka-affect po ba yung dual application sabay na process such as student and PR application for PNP? So long as you still don't have the ITA, the invitation to apply, it's still just, if it's just a profile, then why not? But on your SOP, I'd strongly suggest, it is very risky, but on your SOP, then make it a dual intent. You have to tell them that you're also applying for PR and you have plans of being a permanent resident if given the opportunity once you were able to finish your program here. Pero assure them that once it didn't work out, you go home to the Philippines, right?
Petro, hi, please give advice or ideas for SOP with family.
For SOP with family, so first of all, of course, you'd have to mention that you'd be bringing the whole family with you, right? And on the SOP, you'd have to state the reason why you'd want them to be with you. And then as well as you'd have to, again, with home ties, because it's going to be on the SOP as well, you'd have to give more than enough reason that you'll be returning to the Philippines with your family. So you should have more than enough home ties. With your POF, because for me, the format of my SOP is that the breakdown of my POF, it's already there.
What happened to your face?
I made a table, so it's going to be expenses versus the funds that I have, and it's good for 2 years. So it's going to be for the entire family. So the SOP is still going to be the same format as a regular SOP of a person applying individually here as an international student, but yours would be slightly different since you would have to defend the reason why you want to bring the whole family with you, and as well as higher POF and a stronger home ties.
Jimwell, nalagpasan po question ko before nung kay Ate Amy Galang. Anong question mo, bro?
Ano ba yun? Paulit. Babasahin
Jan
na.
Robert.
Paulit, Jimwell.
Blanca Flor. Saang school po pinakamura tuition in Ontario for ID course?
So far, kasi sila, I would strongly suggest that you do this, John, Robert. Search for any school here in Ontario and check their tuition. Because for me, Lambton is a school that has one of the lowest tuition sa Ontario. And we have IT programs. And I have friends who are studying IT. And I have people I help with their LOA who are coming here to take up an IT program. And the reason why they chose Lambton kasi is that they made mahalang sweldo na IT, and also they made the comparison when it comes to tuition is still Lambton is one of the lowest tuition offering with an IT program offer pala. So si Lambton yung masasabi ko na one of them that I know of. And if you need any help with your LOA, I can help you with that. Just reach out to us on our Facebook page. I can do that.
Jonathan Raven, kamusta po na po ikaw, Miss Islands, pagbubuntis niyo?
Uy, hindi malamig dito ngayon.
Hanggang Monday.
Oo, may araw sa labas. Mainit siya ngayon. So, nag-enjoy kami. Bukas, lalabas kami. We're gonna have a get-together, outing then.
Kung may vlog namin, maganda. Kung
with me, Sarky, and some of our fellow ka-Lambton. So, tropang Lambton.
Lambton.
Kasi we usually do that talaga. We go out. Sabi ko nga sa inyo.
Kaya kung Lambton kayo, ay naku, lagi nyo kaming makakasama.
Oh.
Mga birthdays, ganun. Dito sa Ontario. Promise.
Okay.
Ava. Tanya Calabia.
Good evening, married couple. Need po din po ba submit ng statute? No. If you're married, guys.
Declaration of Common Law Union.
No. If you are married, guys. Kasi if you're gonna be doing DIY, there will be questionnaires prior to you guys being routed to the page where you have to upload your documents. So, dun pa lang sa mismong questionnaires, they're gonna ask you of personal information. And one would be, yung ganyan nga, yung kung ano yung marital status ninyo. So, if you're married applying for a study permit, just upload the marriage certificate and that's it. Kung hindi yun hiningi sa inyo dun sa option for uploading like specifically marriage certificate, include that on the client information. So, no statutory. It's only for common law.
Rhea Mercadal. Hi sis, did it take you a month
to find a part-time job for me and my husband?
Isang buwan.
So we came here December 29th. I started working January 17th.
Oh, ako
January 29th.
29 ako. Isang buwan, eksakto. Isang buwan.
So,
ay, 27.
The thing is, it's easy to apply, send out resumes, multiple resumes to different companies so that you can get more opportunities para sa interview, right? But for us, it was that easy because we know people, we know a person who was working on a certain tapos ni-refer kami, and it was just submitting a resume.
Ako sa Indeed.
Oo. Mabilis lang, guys. Depende sa past experience nyo. Tinitingnan din nila yon kung ano yung dating work mo.
Apply ako sa Jollibee.
Madali lang. You don't have to worry.
Walk-in.
Madaling makapag-apply dito. Basta huwag ka muna mag-inarte sa umpisa talaga. Medyo...
pag nandito kayo, matutulungan namin kayo. Di ba?
Rhea Famisan.
Good evening, Sarky and Eileen. Kapag po ba international student ang nag-work sa Uber delivery, counted ba yun sa working hours niya? Ay, nako! Hindi pa approve yung ko sa kanya. Hindi,
for international students.
Ang may nabasa ako sa YouTube, parang...
International student siya.
23 hours ata o 24 hours. Parang
hindi kasi, may sinasabi kasi sa akin, pwede naman daw mag-work ang international students na parang pinaka-maximum niya is 24 hours. Kaya lang kasi, tingnan nyo yung study permit nyo, nakasulat naman dun kung ano yung maximum hours na pwede nyo mag-work.
Ang gawin nyo na lang, Saturday, Sunday, 8 hours, okay na yun.
20 hours.
Basta maka 16 hours lang kayo, okay. Kasi yung napanood kong international student na Indian.
Yung pinauwi.
Hindi, yung bagong
Meron
siya, nakaka 1,000 plus siya, international student siya.
8 hours.
Basta sa isang linggo, nasa 24 hours siya.
24 hours.
8 hours.
Well, may nagsabi na rin
Friday,
sa amin.
Saturday, Sunday.
May nagsabi na rin sa amin na pwede naman daw 24 hours. Pero not more than that. Pero kasi ako, syempre, alam mo na, gusto ko always on the safe side. I'm still following the 20 hours per week.
Mas sure na lang na 20 hours lang.
Guys, there was a news so he is an Indian nationality and he's doing like truck driving. And they found out that he's working more than 20 hours a week. Pinawi siya. So don't ever. So I think that also applies with being an Uber driver. You cannot go beyond 20 hours. Sayang naman yung million.
Zarina,
need po ba align? Okay.
Sa degree mo dito sa ite-take po dyan.
Alright. Di ba may video kami where we discussed yung about sa program choice ninyo, program choice. So sa program choice, it could either be an upgrade. So, an upgrade meaning kung ano yung natapos mo, kukuha ka ng, kunwari, you got a diploma of bachelor's degree of business admin. And then you would get a postgraduate certificate like what I'm doing right now. So it's an upgrade of international business management, right? So that's an upgrade. Number 2 is that, is it something, so that's the first option. Number 2, is it something related to your work background? So sa work background mo, dahil makakatulong siya sa'yo, kasi di yun yung natapos mo, pero ito yung naging work mo. So kailangan gusto mo magkaroon ng formal education dun sa mismong industry na yon, or sa ano na yon, kasi it is something that you could use to further your career sa industry na yan. Or number 3, following your passion. Meaning, kunwari, it's not work-related, it's not something na natapos mo sa
natawa ko kay Jonathan.
Nung college ka, mamaya. So, hindi siya work-related, hindi siya nakarelate sa background mo, sa pagtrabaho, hindi din siya natapos mo. So, it's something that na parang pinafollow yung passion mo. Like, for example, nung bata ka, you wanted to be, let's say, you wanted to be an engineer. But since you are a family of teachers, kumuha ka ng nasa teaching profession ka, or kumuha ka ng education na degree. And then you still want to pursue, like, wag na lang engineering. Medyo mas complicated. Your passion is culinary. So you're gonna go for a culinary program. But not just because it's your passion, you have to have proof. Like, for example, you love cooking. You have a business of cooking. You are doing this kasi it's your passion. You have to have a supporting document with regards to your passion. Kasi ito yung passion ko, and dahil hindi ko nakuha yun, ito yung mga ginagawa ko. So, may logical explanation. Pero pinakamabilis kasi na depensahan is something na in line sa work background mo or sa natapos mo. Yun yung pinakamabilis depensahan na maintindihan ng
ito, na-approve yung asawa niya. Interviewin niya.
Rana, yung OWP niya, just got approved yesterday.
Oh, wow.
DIY din yun. Ayaw niya magpakita.
Ayan siya.
Na-aprobahan, DIY yun.
Kita niyo sa salamin.
Lahat kami dito kasi karamihan DIY. Lahat kaming magkakasama dito DIY.
Oh, may tao.
May tao. DIY kami karamihan dito, kaya we are still promoting DIY talaga, guys. Okay. Serena, I hope that I was able to explain it to you kung anong mas maganda. Kasi yun nga, sabi ko, mas logical kasi yung dun sa... Ay, may bisita tayo. Someone from Dubai. So we are live, John Ed. And we have a person here who just came. OWP siya. And then international student yung asawa. And he's fresh from Dubai. Wala pang 1 month. Say hi.
Hello, viewers.
Galing ng Dubai.
Galing ng Dubai. Dati siyang nasa Dubai. Nanonood din yan dati ng mga videos namin.
Ngayon, nanonood lang yan dati. Ngayon, kaibigan na namin. Pag napunta kayo dito, magiging kaibigan.
Magkakaroon kayo ng kaibigan na vloggers.
Tulong-tulong dito. Sa mga trabaho, sa lahat. Lahat ng information dito sinishare. So, kasama niya, asawa niya, 3 anak niya, tsaka siya. Family application. Sila, although hindi sabay-sabay na application kasi nag-strategize din sila eh.
Tapos ang maganda dito, 2 buwan pa lang, naka-G na, tapos naka-CRB na ng 2020.
Ng sasakyan. Oo. Si John Ed from Dubai. Yan yung asawa niya. Si Irene.
Magdo-DoorDash kami kaya dumaan dito.
Oo, magdo-DoorDash silang dalawa. Yun yung racket nila. Oh my God. Sa Seafood City.
Matambay kami sa Jollibee. So kami nagpipick up ng mga
ng girls?
Orders.
Akala ko nagpipick up ng girls eh. Oh, yun. So, asa na tayo? Hi po, is it okay ba to apply student visa even though I just graduated? Yes, you can. Pwede yun. And you can have sponsors since hindi ka pa nag-work, diba? For your tertiary level, yes, you can. Marami naman gumawa niyan. Graduate ng K-12 and then dito na sila kukuha ng diploma certificate nila. You can do that. Kaya lang kailangan pakita mong mayaman si mama at mayaman si papa and he can support you with your studies here in Canada, okay? Jonathan Raveno, lumabas na sila. Masaya dito kapag nandito kayo, promise, i-message nyo lang kami, get together tayo. Birthdays, family gatherings, Sundays, outing, kahit ano pa yan, summer camp, lalo na pag may family kayo. Si Jonathan Raven, joker talaga ito si Sarky. Ayun si Rono, approve, OWP. DIY yan. Sabi niya sa akin. Kasi initially yung application niya under agency, right? Totoo yan. But the husband's application is DIY pure. Sabi niya sa akin, ang sarap pala sa pakiramdam ng DIY. Very fulfilling. That is so true. Nakakaano ng pakiramdam na ginawa mo yung application mo, all yung decisions mo, yung strategy mo would all be coming from you. And once you get that approval, parang I was able to do it by myself. Ganon, parang nakaka-fulfill. And kasi practice yun eh. Ibig sabihin, kapag na-DIY mo na yung application mo ng OWP, ng SP, ng Family App, ibig sabihin, pati yung permanent residency, kaya mo rin i-DIY. Kasi it's practice. Basta pag-aralan mo lang mabuti. Diba? Okay, sorry. Kevin, ask po, supposed September 2020 intake ka, tapos nagpa-defer ka in January. Uy, nakapag-lunch ka na ba? Malapit na yan, ha? Ay. Well, so, nagpa-defer ka for January 2021, kaso ang binigay sa yung LOA is May na. Talk to the person who processed your LOA, Kevin, or to the school directly. Make sure that you have like email copy na ang request Miss January, tapos na yung binigay sa'yo. But the thing is, baka kasi late yung deferral request and hindi nabukas yung January 2021 intake, lalo sa program na kukunin mo, kaya May yung binigay sa'yo. So, klaruhin mo lang dun sa school or dun sa agent na nag-process sa LOA mo. Pero kung ang rason nila is kasi sarado na yung program for January 2021, then that's okay. Kasi konti lang naman yung difference, 4 months lang. So, that gives you enough time to work on your application. But if you want to push through with January 2021, then talk to your agent or to the school. Okay. John Paul. To be honest, kayo ang first vlogger na sinubaybayan ko na Pinoy na andyan sa Canada nung nakita ko kayo sa recommended ko. Promise na inspire ako. Hindi rin ako. Thank you, John Paul, for those kind words. I really appreciate it. Alam niyo yung natatouch kami ni Sargi is that regardless if we're not doing any more vlogs and we're not going on live regularly na hindi na naging every Saturday, you're still guys, like, you're still messaging us. There are still people watching the videos. Parang it's still like, regardless of the busyness that we're encountering right now, we are trying to find a way. We find ways, sabi ni video, to still reply, to accommodate your request, to do live pa rin kasi you guys are there supporting us on drama ko, MMK. Thank you. Rafi, is it better to apply visitor's visa first or go straight to student visa? Also, is it better to apply student permit if you're married already, so you can bring your spouse, or single muna, DY? Okay, first question. Why would you spend money on your tourist visa application and then later on apply for a student visa? I don't get the point. Go directly to the study permit. I mean, student application. You're just wasting money and time and energy. Go directly to it. It doesn't give you any advantage of you being a tourist here and then applying for a student visa. It's just a waste of time and money and effort again. Sorry, inulit ko yung sarili ko. Is it better to apply as a student permit na married or single? If you're planning to bring your spouse with you or your partner with you, well, that depends. Are you guys under common law relationship na ba? Kasi regardless, kahit hindi pa kayo kasal, you can bring your partner with you if you have proof na under common law kayo. So you don't have to get married. But if you're the type of person who wants to get married, then go get married first prior to your application. Kasi plano mo naman na pala siyang dalhin, di ba? So don't apply as a single, Pero don't pressure yourself into a marriage just because you want to bring your partner with you. Kasi ang kasal na yan ay nakakatakot. Charot. So, my suggestion is if you have CLP status, prove that. If not, and you plan to bring her with you, then get married. Joan Rachel Pizarra. May kilala po ba kayong nagpo-process ng application sa NBCC New Brunswick? John, Rachel, message me. I'm not sure right now, ha? I think I may know a person who's doing that. I would have to reach out to them. I can connect you to them. So if you could reach out to me on our Facebook page and we can do something about it. Kasi the reason why I'm saying this is, guys, it's not because, kasi may kickback siya, may nakinikita siyang ganito. Given that, na meron talagang lahat ng tao who's, I'm gonna be honest about this, ha? Everyone who's doing LOA for someone else, you don't have to pay them. You get it for free. Why? Because it's the school who's gonna be paying them. It's not you. So instead of you paying the registration fee, you're gonna have it processed free of charge. And then the people who's doing the process for you, they're gonna get their payment from the school, not you guys. So that's why there is free LOA. Kung hindi sinasabi sa inyo na ibang tao, I'm gonna say it. Kasi ayaw ka naman sabihin na, there's something naman na she's getting from it, or these people naman, they're offering sabi for help, pero blah, 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 blah. No, it's actually them helping you and you helping them. Kasi parang si school naman ang magbibigay sa kanila ng percentage. And it's not even, hindi man siya malaki. It's a very minimal amount. The reason behind that is because parang may number of population target ang per school. And so if this particular person who's affiliated to the school would be able to bring a lot of numbers of people, then yes, they can waive the processing fee. And even IELTS. So that's why. Sa MBCC, Joanne, I think I know people who could get you LOA for free in New Brunswick. So just message us on. It's not me, ha? People that I know. Message me on our Facebook page. John Paul, you're welcome. Solid. Oy, bolero ka, John Paul, kay aga-aga. Hoy, Cheryl, napapaisip po kasi ako na nag-Mississauga campus instead of Sarnia. Hindi pa naman natin nasasubmit yung application mo for your LOA. You can still change your mind if you want to go for Mississauga. I could do that. Connie, may update pa kayo kung idea kung gaano katagal ngayon maglabas ng result about approval? Nakaka-stress daw maghintay ng result. Yes, for DIY, kahit hindi pala DIY, kahit even under agency, under consultancy, nakaka-stress maghintay. Alam mo yung
stress pag agency kasi wala kang
mas nakaka-stress ka actually kapag
unless they give you access.
galing na kay Rona yun, sorry, hindi sa sinisira ang mga agency. But, totoo to.
Meron naman mga agencies na binibigyan nila yung access sa inyo. Kasi
Not everyone though, diba?
Sa amin, binigay naman sa amin yung kung gusto daw namin i-access. Yung PR application namin.
Oo. PR. Bakit ganun? Anong nangyari dyan? So, ayun na nga. Okay. Sa agency kasi, not all agencies, sabi nila may mga agencies naman, sabi ni Rona na nagbibigay ng access sa inyo. Ayun kasi yung isang downside ng pagkakaroon ng agency, sila yung magsasubmit ng application nyo. So, ibig sabihin, sila din yung may access sa GCK ninyo. Sila yung na-update sa email nila tungkol sa application nyo. So, some agencies, very up-to-date naman sa pagbibigay ng information. Some agencies, malalaman mo na lang approved ka or refused ka, diba? So, yun yung kaganda ng DIY. You can check it. Ngayon, sa bilis ng approval, it depends, Connie. So far, may mga nakikita akong kakalash lang.
Back.
1 month pa lang, they already got their approval, or 1 month pa lang, they got their refusal, or that depends. Connie, hindi natin masasabi. Some people are getting their approval in a month, in less than a month, some people in 5 months. So it really depends on who's doing the review on your application, right? Pakian ng mouse. Ayun na si, saan ba lakad yung dalawa? John, Alex, Malinaw. Kumain ka na ba? Sabi ko kay Rona, ayun, nag-air fry kami ng pork liampo.
Sushan. Air fry.
May air fry.
Air fryer nga pala dito sa Canada. Wala sa Pinas yan eh.
Meron?
Meron ba?
Bumili kami.
Sa Pinas? Mayaman.
Hi po, good evening. Nakasket na po yung fiancé ko for intake this coming September. Pero sa status niya, dineclare ng agency namin na married na kami. Pero sa, oh my God! For real? So dineclare ng agency that you guys are married, but sa June pa kayo magpapasal. That's gonna be zero, no? That's gonna be a problem. because
Diyan ka lang, Rona.
wait, this September. So September 2021 next year. Nag-launch na ba kayo na application?
Ring light. Mag-vlog ka na.
So,
Wait lang.
kain ka na, Janet. Ayun. So, hindi ba, na-apply na ba, na-lodge na ba yung application nyo? Pwedeng pabago nyo? Kasi that's conflicting information eh. You guys are not married yet. They already declared that you guys are married, and then the VO would see that there's a difference between the time that it was declared that you were married compared to the date that you were actually married. So it can be a problem with misrepresentation. Or mahirapan kayong explain yun. Kung hindi pa naman nagla-lodge si agent ninyo, dun sa SOP mo, ng fiancé mo, i-declare niya doon that she's engaged to be married and that you guys are planning to get married on June. Yun yung isang declaration na may suggest ko na may plano kayo magpakasal ng June. Pero lagay niyo doon talaga na engaged kayo, not married. Ipa-correct niyo yan doon sa sa agent niyo. Please. Good morning, C. Lopez.
Maria.
Si Maria. Ano-ano pong mga school ang DLI Readiness Program? Pwede po bang malaman kung kasama doon ang feng shui? Yes, kasama ang feng shui. Don't worry, Maria. Kasama na sila nung first talabas pa lang nung DLI with COVID readiness plan. So, nandun na si feng shui. You need LOA kay feng shui?
Feng shui.
Kala ko feng shui.
I can help you. Kala mo feng shui. Ako din actually. Feng shui. Arte. John Alex, is it okay po ba? Di komplikado. Ano man sinabi ni John? Komplikado, John. Kasi dineclare nyo married kayo, hindi pa kayo married. You're just engaged. Papakasal pa lang kayo. So no, try to talk to your agency about it and correct that mistake. And then just mention in your SOP, specify that you're planning to get married, that you're still engaged. Don't, kasi ititik mo yung information na yun na you're married. And then you have to provide your marriage certificate. Where would be your marriage certificate? It's not going to be there because you guys are not married yet. So, no.
Domingo, hello po. Hope all is well with you po. Kaka-approve lang po ng family application namin for fall.
So,
Just want to ask.
Ang saya-saya kapag may family application. Dati kasi
Grabe, ang bilis.
No.
Tagal pa ng intake. Pwede ba pumunta na 2 months prior to my intake?
Pwede. Basta i-prove mo kung anong gagawin mo dito. You have to justify. Yes, sabi ni Ron, kumakain doon, nagsa-side comment siya. Ayaw sumama dito. You have to justify. So, why would you be coming here 2 months prior to your application? You have to explain that kasi maghahanap kayo ng bahay. You have to prepare the whole family kasi mag-school yung mga bata.
Yeah.
Yon. So, yun yung pinaka-isang makikita kong magandang rason kasi mag-school yung mga bata. Hanapan nyo pa sila ng school, prepare nyo, makapag-adjust. Since you're a family of 5, sabi natin family of 4, you have to adjust. So, pero hindi pa pwedeng mag-work si SP noon. Si OWP, as long as hindi nakasulat sa restrictions sa work permit niya, then he can start working then. Pero that's not something that you're gonna declare then, di ba? So, just justify.
Si Janet.
Domingo, Sunday. Since my 14th, anong sabi niya Domingo? My 14 days quarantine. Parang may news. Swab na lang yata ngayon. Wala nang 14 days quarantine. Wala pa. Hindi pa approved yun.
Alberta pa lang
Oo. Under review pa lang yun.
Pinitas pa ng Alberta sa...
Tsaka Ontario. Even Ontario. Alberta and Ontario.
Yung initial is Alberta muna.
Hindi, meron na si Ontario.
Meron na.
Oo. So, sa news kasi, may lumabas. I wanna be sure though. There's a news na lumabas. Si Alberta at si Ontario, swab testing na lang siya. So, it's a rapid test. And you no longer have to undergo the 14-day quarantine. But please check. Double check the news. Double check the information. Kay CIC website pa rin. But Domingo, yes, you can. To answer your question, you can come here 2 months earlier. Justify it with your kids. You have to find school. You have to find accommodation. You have to prepare. You have to adjust. Connie, again, pwede ba? Hoy, Connie, tigilan mo nga ako. Asan na ba yun? Pwede ba ang port of entry sa Canada is Ontario muna before dumiretso na BC kasi bala ko munang bumisita sa mga cousin ko sa Ontario. Yes, and that is also something that you would have to justify.
Dalhan nyo kami ng double light ni Janet.
Nandito ako sa Ontario, Connie. So,
Punta doon.
magkikita tayo. So, kikitain ba kita sa airport? Gusto ko ng may papabili ako, babayaran ko. Okay, pwede yun. I-explain mo lang, you have a cousin here. Tapos, kunin mo yung documents ni cousin, mga numbers, mga ganun, para just in case na tatawagan sila ni
Oh, malolos. Kamag-anak ko yan, taga Bulacan. Clemente.
Rafi Kaintik, is it better to apply visitor's visa or go straight? Rafi, I think I already answered this question, but just to make sure that you were able to get the answer earlier, why would you waste your time, your money, your effort to apply for a tourist visa if you can directly apply for a study permit? It's the same thing, right?
Mhm.
Also, is it better to apply... nasagot ko na talaga yun. Baba na dati.
Annalisa. Si Liza ba yan?
No.
Joy.
Hi, sis.
Taga Malolos, Bulacan. Bulacan.
Taga Bulacan kami.
Joymer. In what province you staying right now? Ontario.
Ontario.
Lauren, thank you. You're welcome. Jerwin, ma'am, ask ko lang, may mga pag-asa pa bang makapagtrabahong sundalo dyan? Sawan ako sa mundo. Sawan na daw siya sa mundo. Well, sir, yung mga pumupunta kasi dito sa Canada, yung mga under in-demand jobs. So you really have to look for kung ano yung papasukin mo dito sa Canada. Are you gonna be coming here as a temporary foreign worker? Or are you gonna be coming here as an international student? So you really have to decide which pathway you're gonna choose first. And then after that, you have to check kung ano yung mga available work for you. And also, I think it's different when you're a government employee or part of the military. There is like another document that you need to provide because you're part of, So I'm not really familiar with the process as of yet, but anyone can enter Canada, diba? Pero you really have to find a work for you. Meron diba si Pinoy Tracker?
Oo. Sundalo yun dati.
Oo.
Yung vlogger na Pinoy Tracker, sundalo.
So, you can watch his video, si Pinoy Tracker. Usually, kapag nagla-live kami, nagja-join din yan, nagja-chat dyan. So, you can follow his video and then ask him. Kasi since pareho kayo ng background, kung paano siyang nakapasok ng Canada. Since he's now a trucker here and mataas ang sahod ng mga truck drivers.
Sally Jude.
Hi, finally, nag-live ulit kayo. Yes naman po. Thank you. Kanina nasa 80 plus viewers tayo. Nasa 76 na lang. I think they're already sleeping. Because it's already almost like 12 in the Philippines. Diba?
Yep. Connie Kunanan.
My friend ako from India, siya applying sa Lambton kaso na-reject application niya sa Lambton kasi daw sa study gap reason. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Wait lang. Okay. Hindi lahat nakakakuha ng LOA kay Lambton, unfortunately. If you have a lot of failing marks, failing grades, failing subjects during your college years, isa yun sa mga tinitingnan ni Lambton. When it comes to education gap, is that right? Study gap. Kasi the people reviewing your application for an LOA, they take into consideration kung ano natapos mo. And that's also the reason why I'm asking for an employment certificate. Kasi if it's not something related to what you finished or kung ano yung degree mo, then titingnan nila kung ano yung employment mo because that could justify the reason why you want to get the program. Kasi si Lambton, di lang niya tinitingnan yung pagkuha mo ng LOA. They're also taking into consideration that will you get an approval? Is this person gonna get a high chance of study permit approval prior to me giving this person an LOA? So your program choice needs to make sense. So probably Lambton's reason is number one, yung kinukuha niyang program is not related. Number two, hindi work background related. Or number three, failing grades, failing marks.
Mm-hmm. Daddy Happy, buti naabutan namin kayo. Musta po ang midterms? Busy siya, busy. Joan Dungog. Hello po.
Ano ka? Juan?
Jerwin Jr. Ma'am, ask ko lang may pag-asa.
Oh, shucks!
Ano?
Meeting! Guys, start muna ha.
Anong meeting niyo? Anong meeting? O, sige na, bye na, guys.
Sabihin mo kailangan ko.
May meeting sila. Ingat kayo. Next time ulit. Bye.
Bakit may meeting?
Ewan ko.